colonization. Because, Mr. Speaker, when the colonialists came to our country, they first of all despised the African religion. They called us primitive. Therefore, they called this country colony. Colony means, where you have a people who are not civilized, who have no form of leadership, who have no form of religion. They have nothing. That they are just living next to that kingdom of the animal. Now, Mr. Speaker, this country had very rich cultures. It has very rich cultures of languages. And when somebody wants to colonize you mentally, Mr. Speaker, they start first with demonizing your language. Because cultures are expressed in our mother tongues. There are some expressions in Kikuyu which Ngugi Thiong'O used when he was starting to write, which you cannot express in English. Even if you try to translate them in English, they will not have the same meaning. They will never have the same meaning. And I know sentences in my own language, Luo, which are so deep that if somebody tries to translate them, even me, I cannot translate them into English. That means when somebody makes you believe that their language is superior to yours, they are, first of all, they are colonizing you already mentally. Because they want you to believe that their culture is superior. Then they introduce religion. They tell you their religion is superior. And they want you to also use their names. When you go to church, you are baptized Charles. You call yourself Charles, and Charles is just an English name. It is not even in the Bible anywhere. And you feel that as long as Donald, those are just English names which are nowhere even in the Bible. But you feel that because it is a European name, it's superior to your own name of Oburu or Thiong'O or Ngonga. You know me and Ngugi Thiong'O. His name is called Ngugi Thiong'O. Where is that Charles or William? It is not there. And even me, I'm Oburu, Ngonga, Molo, Oburu Ging. Those are my baptismal names. Because my father also refused to be culturally colonized. Ngugi said, no, I'm not going to use these names of the Mzungu. And he encouraged. I'm so surprised that during our days, Mr. Speaker, when we were being taught in standard 1, 2, 3, up to 4, we were taught in vernacular, our own language. I learned to read and write in Luo. And all the subjects were taught in Luo up to standard 3 when they introduced English. We started speaking English, doing exams in English in standard 4. And from standard 5 now, you had to do English, whether you liked it or not. If you didn't speak English, they gave you a disc in school. But Mr. Speaker, this great man wrote many books, more than 200 books, which he wrote, and they became literally, there were literatures in schools, and they were also not only in Kenya, but in Africa, in the whole of Africa, and in the world, because he went to teach in America. He was teaching Americans. He was not teaching Kenyans there in America. This was a great professor of the world. He was teaching, but he had great passion for our country because he believed that even after independence, when the flag was brought down, our people were still culturally colonized. Because a culture, when you use your culture, you also become like a slave. And he believed that even though we got our independence, that independence did not give us the freedom of being colonized culturally. It did not give us the freedom of being colonized economically, because our economies were still tied to the metropolis. We were like an appendage of the colonial regimes, and we have been unable since then, Mr. Speaker, sir, to shed ourselves of this colonial, to become truly independent, so that we can develop our own economies, we can trade and not beg. Mr. Speaker, we can trade with the world because the world has become a world village. But we don't have to be beggars to go and seek money from the metropolis, carrying hearts there, Mr. Speaker. And this, Ngugi wa Thiong'o believed in this very dearly, and he disagreed very sharply with a lot of people in leadership in this country. That is why he died somewhere out of our country, still believing that our country was the best, because when he came back to Kenya, he, at the airport, when he landed, Mr. Speaker, he kissed the soil of Kenya. He kissed the soil of Kenya, Mr. Speaker, because he believed that Kenya is the best as far as he was so deeply, Mr. Speaker. And he actually died. Was fighting disease like everybody else will go. There's nobody who will live on this earth for good. So we are celebrating Ngugi wa Thiong'o. We are not mourning, but we are celebrating his life, because his life was great and he has left legacy. And that legacy will live forever. So I want to say that I want to just wish that the legacy of Ngugi wa Thiong'o will live, and that our children will study deeply what Ngugi wa Thiong'o was teaching. And because our society has become so bad, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we have children who don't know their mother tongue. And they think that that is superior because they speak English. As long as they speak English, they think that they are superior than the others who don't speak English. Mr. Speaker, English is just a language of one country. Huh? Though it can help you to do many other things. But your own language will teach you your own culture, which teaches you the discipline of your people. Our society was a very disciplined and organized society, and it is becoming more or less like the European society, which is promiscuous. What they do really, there are things which are even unnatural, like a man and a man, and a woman and a woman. What is this, Mr. Speaker? This is completely un-African, and African have their own cultures. Mr. Speaker, this was not a session for me to give a lecture on this, but I just want to wish that the legacy of my friend Ngugi wa Thiong'o will stay to educate and to change our society positively, so that our people can continue to fight for justice, to fight for positive change, so that our country can be liberated both culturally and economically. Mr. Speaker, let the soul of Ngugi wa Thiong'o rest in eternal peace. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Beatrice Ogola.
Honorable Speaker, I rise to mourn a gallant son of this country and of the whole world. One great writer, Ngugi wa Thiong'o. Honorable Speaker, Ngugi has left behind lots of wisdom. And I want to say that he lived a full life to me, and he fought a good fight. Honorable Speaker, I celebrate Ngugi because of so many things. But one or two of them, Honorable Speaker, is that Ngugi was one of our most educated scholars. I celebrate a Nobel-worthy writer, although he did not finally win one, but he won on 2001 a prize in Italy. But Honorable Speaker, something that is remarkable about Ngugi wa Thiong'o is that he believed in his identity. Honorable Speaker, we are not worth living if we do not believe in our identity. And Ngugi is one such gallant son of Kenya who was not shy about his identity. Honorable Speaker, Ngugi wa Thiong'o was named James Ngugi. But because of this identity that I've talked about, he's changed his name to Ngugi